Welcome back to the Big Sunday Show. Days after Liz Cheney lost her GOP primary in Wyoming, most of the media attention has been on her rift with the GOP, but now she's considering a run in 2024.
I think it also tells you that large portions of our party, including the leadership of our party, both at a state level in Wyoming as well as on a national level with the RNC, is very sick. Any decision that I make about doing something that significant and that serious would be with the intention of winning and because I think I would be the best candidate.
Democrats are concerned she could pull votes away from Joe Biden. Democratic Congressman Brendan Boyle tells The Hill, quote, "As for 2024, it's unclear to me if she ran as an independent that it would hurt Trump. There's a danger she might inadvertently help Trump more than hurt him." And Lisa, I want to get started with you, but first let's look at this headline by Politico. It's an article, an op-ed. The headline, "A 2024 Cheney run would only help Trump."
I mean, she lost by 20 or almost 40 points. I don't understand how her name is being mentioned with any sort of seriousness for 2024 or anything beyond. The woman is done. You know, put a fork in it. Her career is over. And the entire reason Liz Cheney, she hates Donald Trump for the same reason that Mitch McConnell hates Donald Trump, because when Trump walked down that escalator in 2015, he transformed the Republican Party. The Republican Party is now a multiracial, working class party. Democrats are the party of coastal elites, and Trump did that, and they hate them. Or they hate Trump for this because they feel left behind by their party. And I think the reason why you've got people like Mitch McConnell trying to pour cold water on Republicans winning back the Senate is because he'd rather be in charge in the minority in the Senate than dethroned in the majority. But the reality is, Trump had something to lose by going into political office instead of all these people like, Mitch McConnell, Joe Biden, the Pelosi's, who all just go into these positions of power to enrich themselves and their families.
Yeah, and Tyrus, Democrats, real fans of Liz Cheney for obvious reasons. And so, I mean, I think that the thought is in these open primary states that Democrats would show up and she would become the spoiler. However, when you go to the main event and then voters really start to look at her record, she actually was quite in line with former President Trump when it came to policies. It was, where January 6th came into play and his character that she became like the bad guy with the Republicans. However, I mean, how powerful do you think she honestly will be when it really comes down to voters making a decision, Republican voters?
She will be as powerful as every professional sports team that made the first round of the playoffs and got blown out by 37. This is only politics, is the only business where somebody loses so bad and they say, you know what, I got to run for president next time. And then they don't ever blame the voters. The voters are the reason you lost by 37 points. Not the GOP, not Mr. Trump. He didn't vote 37,000 times to get you out. They always ignore what's in front of the American people. The American people said no. Something you did, the voters in Wyoming did not agree with, and they didn't say no. They said no to where you were destroyed. There was a reason for that. There's a disconnect between you and the voters. But blame it on Trump, blame it on the GOP. So, yeah, Beto O'Rourke has made a career out of this, running and losing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, I can't get elected, so I'll just keep running and keep running. So now she's going to still be in the news cycle because she's going to run for the GOP. And the Democrats are like, whoa, don't get behind her because she might help Trump, which then would make them, the Trump team, then attack her more, and then you get a fight. All this is baiting. All this is they're fishing, hoping anything to get the former president to get into an online battle or say things about her or sound misogynistic or whatever the case may be. This is all. They never listen to the American people. She shouldn't run for anything because of just the voting that just happened. If it was me, if I was in my wrestling match, if I got smoked in 37 seconds, I wouldn't be like, you know what, in the rematch, it's going to be on. I'm going to apologize for being there, thank him for his time, and move on about my business.
But it wasn't just a no, it was an HE double hockey sticks no, right? Like, it's like 40 points. That's a blowout to your point. Like, no, that's a rejection.
She's looking at herself, but she's looking at herself as a potential historical figure here. Take a listen to this.
The great and original champion of our party, Abraham Lincoln, was defeated in elections for the Senate and the House before he won the most important election of all. Lincoln ultimately prevailed. He saved our union.
Joey, she's saying there's a chance.
Yeah, that's something you say to the mirror. to tell yourself all these mistakes I just made to ruin the only career I could have. This is why it's okay. You tell yourself that, man, I just really threw my career away, but it's okay because, it's like Lincoln, like what he did. And by the way, we had this conversation last night over dinner. The idea, like, President Lincoln obviously is a hero in our history. But if we applied Lincoln's tactics to today, he would be looked at as a tyrant. He pushed the federal government's ability to go into our lives in order to save the Union, which was a good thing, to its limits. So we don't need a Lincoln today. We don't have slavery. We don't need a Lincoln today. We're not in a Civil War. We don't need a Lincoln today. What we need today is an astute and wise politician who can speak beyond the rhetoric, beyond the partisanship, and speak to people at their kitchen table, speak to people who care a lot more about what's going on in their lives than literally the very personal fights among politicians. The problem with Liz Cheney is all of her collateral's in that bucket. This was personal. Trump mentioned her by name. Yeah. Like you said, she didn't have a problem until he had a problem with her. So now she's made it her life's mission to hurt him, not to help our country, but to hurt him. And you know what? That dog don't hunt.
Her feelings are hurt. That's what it comes to, her feelings.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.